This Royal Giant deck dominated the Clash Royale League Open, so today I'm going to break it down on why it's good and how to counter it. Alrighty, so this Royal Giant deck was used in a couple variants over the CRL Open that was this last weekend. If y'all don't know what that is, it's basically a tournament to get into CRL, which is like the World Finals of Clash Royale, where a bunch of pros go and fight, and the winner gets like a cash prize. So these are some very talented players, and yeah, Royal Giant popped up a lot this, oh, Hog Rider right there. This CRL, so I was actually kind of surprised, but regardless, they were doing very well with it, and a lot of players were winning with Royal Giant, which is why out of the probably 40 decks that I could have picked, I chose this one. Now, this deck's premise is very simple. I mean, a lot of you guys have played RG before. You want to try to play a monk, and then you want to try to use the monk deflection ability once the Royal Giant gets across the bridge and connects onto the tower, and then you get massive amounts of damage, and it honestly ends up working out for good. Ton of damage, love to see it. The variant this guy chose, I think it was Pedro who was playing this deck, was, he was using Empress in it, which I thought was very interesting, because Empress is a pretty hefty card, and I know pros don't really use huge, big, quote-unquote no-skill cards like Empress, but he actually destroyed Mohamad Light with it, so I was very intrigued once I saw that. Yeah, it seemed the interactions, and I advise you guys to go watch it, because just watching the interactions from that were so cool. Like, watching the fact that this deck has no building. So what he was doing is he was using Fisherman as his building, which was just insane. I think I'm going to try to do that too, because this guy has Hog Rider. So if I get the chance, oh, he's blocking for it, though, because he knows what I'm trying to do here. So I don't think I'm going to get a good block here. But just making sure that you're getting the small little fishermans is just a huge play. Hopefully the firecracker locks on. Bro, what? Dude, firecracker just what? Okay, we're gonna have to fireball that, because apparently he's just protecting it with his life. Oh my goodness gracious! Take out the Tesla right there. So I am kind of understanding though that the combo you want to do is you want to try to fisherman in the back. You want to, like, defensive monk and whatnot, and then load an RG at the bridge behind the monk after it's kind of like 2 or 3 tiles above the bridge. So that way the monk not only tanks, but the RG can get tons of value. Like here, we're going to do right here. Oh, I think I RG'd a bit too early. Yeah, well. Okay, what is up with my abilities just not hitting right now? I'm actually so confused, okay? The monk ability just sat there. And I pressed the ability button, nothing happened. We're going to fireball, get some tower damage. I don't think it's going to matter. I think it's actually game right here. Dang. So I guess Speedy Hog and someone who doesn't know how to play deck too well gets hard countered. Game 2, I'm going to get back into the groove. I kind of am understanding how this deck works a little bit. So we're going to Goblins in the back. A big thing that I was seeing from these Clash Royale creators as they were playing is the need to constantly make sure you're under 10 Elixir. Well, watch Fisherman play right here. Fisherman, grab it, grab it, grab it. Look at it. It literally just sits there. It just sits there and just gets pecked down. Like, it's overpowered. We're going to RG right side. But I noticed that it seemed very counterintuitive. They were just letting their Elixir tick down. So that could be a tip to all you guys. Like, if you are in a situation where you know what your opponent has and say you need to save your spell, but you're going to leak if you don't, I would stick to it, and I would keep the spell in your hand, and hold on, I got to defend this Valkyrie. I can take a little bit of damage. It's okay. Snipe, perfect. Bad skeletons there, buddy. Bad skeletons. But it's worth it to leak 2 Elixir and have them play their card versus have to waste that 2 Elixir on their tower and then have to find another way to counter it. Unless you have more than 1 counters to the said card. So, I mean, that's what I was seeing in this deck. And so I also saw in a lot of these decks is, since it was a double spell meta, they were cycling 1 spell on the tower. And then they had another spell, like Vine or Logs or Fireball, to kind of clean up whatever they would have needed that spell for. Gonna get a good counter on this Valkyrie right here with the Monk. Sweet. And then, oh wait, we might be able to do our play right here. So I'm gonna RG behind the Monk. We're gonna Ice Spirit for skeletons if he plays it. And then we're just gonna instantly ability right there. So hopefully the Firecracker fires one more time. Okay, we get a King Tower activation. It almost doesn't matter, though, because of where the RG is on the map. Because we can just snipe it down. Oh, dude, RG does so much damage. I lied and I was like, I don't get why it's in, or like, well, I'm kind of surprised by the RG being in there. I totally get it. The RG is busted. It's gonna smite it down. I'm gonna maybe I have to save my Fisherman for his Hog Rider. So I think I'm actually just gonna chill for a second here. Oh, there's a Hog Rider. We don't want to play it too late. I'm gonna play it right now. Smite down the firecracker. This guy is horrible with his firecrackers today. Dude, just the interaction between the Fisherman and the Hog Rider makes the Fisherman 1,000 times more worth it. Prediction? Okay, we predicted 2 skeletons. Wait, that might actually be like a deciding factor. 2 hits. Do we get another hit? No. Okay, we're so close, though. We're, like, unbelievably close. We're going to monk back left. Oh, wait, we're fireball. Yeah. So we're going to swap lanes here. So another huge tip. I found that they were only trying to push 1 lane because if you try to push 2 lanes in this game, unless, like, there's more liability. You know what I mean? If you're trying to play for a 2-tower game or, like, play Edge Royale, I think there's too much space for them to get a sneaky one on you. So they were just hard focusing on 1 tower, even if it meant sacrificing a bit of damage on their other tower. It was just like, oh, I'm only defending right tower. It's a 1-tower game, so I don't care if they take my other tower down 1,000 HP or something. So this is a game right here. We're just going to fireball their tower. But thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, catch you on the flip side.